Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So hi everybody. Let's go back to our new documents. And let's do something together. Then you can try to do something by yourself and show me the results. So what we see, it's the document. You see that there are a lot of guides in the documents. It depends on what you have said in your preferences, okay? You can show only the major grid, as I do in this case, or you can choose to show also the typographic grid, meaning the grid that show the space between the line of your text. This is important when you put some text in a document and you need to put it in the right alignment. Then you can also choose to have some other guides that are not in the preference of the document itself, but you can have it because you need it, because you make some decision about your layout and you need to formalize it. And I'll show in a few minutes how to do this. And this is important because these guides, you can put these guides in only one pages, in all the pages of your documents, or in particular part of the documents and not in the other. It depends on, depending on what kind of layout you need to do. We have already said that a catalog as a textbook, a teaching manual, and so on, have so many different parts in it, and each part needs a different kind of layout, and this is important for this reason. Okay. We have now to import the text. We already seen how to import the images in the right frame. We need now to see how to import the text. And I showed you that first you have to draw the frame. Okay, let's do it. This is my frame text. I decided that, and I draw these two lines here to determine the distance in all the document between images and text when I have in this kind of layout. This is the layout I decided to do for the written part, no, for the part that where there are articles and long text. There is another kind of grid when I am dealing with only with photographs, only with the items of the catalog. But in this case, I decided to divide the page, that is a landscape page, in two columns, different, one in front of the other. One for the text that is bigger because this part is the part that principally deal with the texts and not with the images, and one smaller column dedicated to images. You can decide otherwise. Okay, it's up to you. Your creativity is in work in this case. Okay, I draw my frame. When it is red, it show me that is active, so I can do something in the frame, just something correlated to text, obviously. And then I show you that you can right-click your mouse and insert text directly from the place, the folder where you put your XTX text, okay? But I also told you that in this case, and this is not the right case, you need to prepare your text differentiate each chapter, each test, and make some different files for your text, so it's easier to insert it. But in this case, all the manuscript is here in only one file. So if I insert the text, all the text could be inserted in the same frame, and this is not the way I wanted, because the text concern different articles, different chapters, and different situations. So what I can do instead of this, not this one, I can open my TXT and simply take the part of the text I need, copy it and paste it. See if it works. Yes, it works. And paste it in my frame. In this case, the frame I did and the text, the text fit or almost fit the frame. So I don't need to make another frame to make the text flow in it, but we need to do how to do this too. So what I can do, I can insert some false text, Laura Ipsum, false Latin text from now on, or I can simply copy again, okay, the text I put before. Okay. Okay, what we see now is the text that is copied directly from our TXT test. I can do another thing, that is open the editor that you can find inside Scribus, and this is this tool here, not with the pen and with the note. If you click here, you open the editor, the editor of the software, and you see what happened is that what I have in my frame, I have here. Okay. Why it's important? Because you can modify your test, not on the canvas, on your document, but here, trying to change it just in the same way you can do when you use Word. It's the same thing. You see, you have here you can hear the fonts and the size of your characters, all the style that you have, the alignment that you can give. So you have here all the commands, all the menu that you have usually on a word processor, and you can change a thing here, then and apply all the changes in the text. But and this could be done also in your properties palette. Here, when you go to the text, you have the same possibility here. All the things that are concerned the text could be regulated and modified from this palette here in the properties. That it's better to have always open in your canvas. What we need to know about the text. I show you that you can modify the text here with the palette, or using the, dove diavolo è andato, here, using the editor. But this is not the right way to realize a big and complex document as a catalog or as a book. You need to use styles. You need to determine with precision what kind of style you want to use for each kind of text that you have in your book. This is for a lot of reasons. One is that you can work in your book for a longer time, and you can forget what kind of text you have used in the first chapter when you are in the 10 chapters. So it's important that you are sure that the text, it could be the same alignment, same font, same spacing, same everything. Then you can decide along the way, along your work, to change something of the text. And if you change the style of the text, all the texts that there are in your document will change in the same moment. You don't need to go to each of your chapter and change the style, or change what you want to change. Maybe give another font, or change the font, or change the size of the character. You can do it directly on the style you have chosen, and automatically the program will change all your text. So this is not the way you need to work. You need to work with style. What does it mean? It means that you need to say this to scribes what kind of style you want to use for each one of the different texts that you will have in your document. Oh my God. You have here text, styles, and you open the manager of the text. Manager of the text show you that you can manage the style of the paragraph, and you can also manage the style of the characters. Okay, what you need to do is just determine that you want a new text. It has its own default text on it that is already has been imported given our preferences, preference gave that we gave in the document when we open the document. But you can change it. You can prepare a new style of paragraph. You can name it maybe chapter text. And you can give it all the information you want to give it. Maybe the spacing between the lines, the what you want, if you want spaces before a paragraph and after the paragraph. If you want an particular kind of alignment, meaning right alignment, center alignment, justify, and so on. If you have a drop cap, in this case, we need to use the character styles. If you want some kind of particular alignment to the guides, and in this case, if you want to have the text, how do you say, rientro, at some spaces on the left, some spaces on the left, respect to the text, and you need to apply your decision. What I have done, I already realized a body text. Okay, the name of my style, body text, goes for all the text that flow in the in the book, not for the caption that have a different kind of test and different kind of style. And I decided that I have a 16 point spacing. I have a 4 point between one paragraph and the other. And I have a say rientro, I don't know, I forget the name, of 2 millimeters. Cioè each paragraph is spaced in 2 millimeters when it starts from the margin of my frame, okay? And I have applied my test. It doesn't go directly here. You don't see your decision directly in my test. To do this, I have to tell that this text, okay, Control A, I take this test, I goes in the propriety, I go to text, sorry, I change, okay. Allora, I go to my properties palette, I go to test and I say that I give this text a particular style that is my body text style. See, this is different, okay? Everything is changed and has become the text, the style I want for my text. It's bigger. The space between the lines are much. The lines are much. There is much space between the lines, and the first line is 2 spaces from the margin, okay? And this is what I have decided before. Same thing I can do if I want to, and the alignment is justified because I decided this. Then I go to styles, another, okay, and I can okay, I try to make some information about a new style for a character. The character styles depend on how the character are shown in my text. The color, if I want to change the color of a part of the text and say that all quotation in my text should be green. It's not a good thing to do, but you can do if you want. And so I can work on character, on fonts itself, not on the paragraph, but on the character. In this case, I can change color, I can change the disposition of the character, I can change the distance between words and between characters in the words, and also I can change obviously the font that I can use. No? When I was here in the body text, you see, I didn't decide what is my font. I decided what kind of what was the way that the paragraph will show in my documents. If I go here in my character style, I need to decide the fonts, okay, and choose what font I want. In this case, I have chosen the sans serif font, Arial. I decided the regular because it's the main text, and I decided different situation. I didn't have I don't have any don't have taken any decision about the distance between letters and distance between words, but you can choose it too. I can choose the language, and I can choose that what color is my text. Okay. You have two possibilities. The one with the satchel, it's the color of the text, and the other one is the color of the outline of the text. Forget about this; it's unreadable. But you can choose to have a text written in black with yellow outline. And you can have here some possibilities to underline text, make it drop small caps, big caps, and all you need to change the text that you have, so you can play with all these possibilities. I used this not only to realize, to give the information about my my test, but also to realize a particular kind of character that maybe you like to make, that is the drop cap. Drop cap is the first letter that you have in your chapter, that you can decide to make it bigger, of the body text, or of another color. In this case, I said that the drop cap should be bold, should be 23 point, not 16 as the body text, and should be red. Okay, so let's go back to our text. I can underline the first letter, and here in character style say that I want this letter as a drop cap. Okay, here it is. It's red, it's bigger, and it's bold. Okay. Are you following? Trying to do this?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Next thing, you need to know that you always work on the frame. So if you want to do something on the frame, you need to activate it. So you need to see the margin of the frame in red, okay? You see here at the bottom right of the frame, you see a square, a red square. This, if you see the red square, you see it says you that there are more text that you have imported in the document, but it cannot be shown because it's outside the frame. So you need to have another frame in another page, and so take your okay. Oh, signore, cosa è successo? Prendo la frame. Okay, I realized my frame maybe same side. Okay, and I make the text flow from this part, this one, and this one. Okay, what I have to do is use this icon here. Okay, this icon means that you can link two different frames of text. Okay, okay, see and put my mouse in the new frame, and as a magic one, your text will flow in the new frame. Okay, there is more, as you see, and so I need to go on and on to make some frames to make all the text inside my frame. And I can also decide if I want, if I see that all this text takes too many pages, that I decided to give to this article, to change my style. Okay, you always can change, revise your decision, go to styles and say that body text should be 14 point and not 16, and this could shrink your text and make it suitable to the number of pages that you have in your flat plan. Okay. Voila. And this is one of the things that you need to know. Back to the...
I'm sorry, can you show me again how to make the text flow from one page to the other? Sorry.
Sure. Okay, let's see this.
Thank you.
Okay, you have another page. If you don't have the second page, you make the second page, because you have made I think you this morning you have made a page of your document. But if you go in your document, here, impostazioni documento, okay, you can okay, and guides and so on, you can change all the things that you want about your document. And I showed this morning. But also, if you go to page, okay, or to okay, a page, you can insert as many pages you want in your document. Okay, so you can insert 1, 2, 3, 4, 100 pages in your document. You can choose where to put the pages, if at the end of the document or between different kind of pages. Okay. And in this window, you can always see what kind of decision have you already made about the document that you are working on. Okay. Other windows that can be open in your canvas and can be very useful are this, that is the document scheme that you have, this says to you what there is in each page of your document, and the disposition of the pages. So this is important because you can change the position of one page and of the other. This is not very useful when you have a text that is flowing from one page of another, because it's changed the way you see the text, because the text is linked to its frame. So you can change, if you change the position of the text of a page where the text is flowing, you now change the flowing of the text, and you cannot read anything. So what it's useful for you to change the position of a page directly from the window is when you have the catalog pages. I mean the pages where you that you use to show the each item of the exhibition, and you have decided to put some of our beautiful photos one after the other, and then you decided that you prefer, because of a chronological point of view or because of a decision about the color of the picture and the alternation of the colors in the pages. So you can have a different, you can take a different decision about your layout depending on maybe you have put 2 pages in a page, and the following page you prefer to have only one picture. So you can decide to change the organization of your pages, and the number of the pages will change correctly, not the text. So be sure that when you change the position of the images, you don't have a flowing text in that, but every text is strictly concentrated in this text and don't goes anywhere else. Let's go back to how to make the text flowing. Okay, clear track. Okay. Let's see that I want to organize this page for the text. I can do also a thing like this. Take the frame, the text frame. We start always with a frame. Okay, see, I have a very big frame of text, and this is not good for the text, because the text in a frame so big become unreadable. So you need to divide this into column. I can do this in different way. I can choose to use to divide the text directly from the propriety palette, and see that in this frame I don't want only one column but 3. Okay, see that it has been divided in 3 columns. And in this case, I can decide also the distance between the column. In this case, they are put all together. So I want to give some distance. Okay, see that I choose to have 3 millimeters between the columns that I want. Okay, so I have a frame for the text, and this frame is divided in 3 columns. Okay, and I use the same grid of my book. Go back to my text, see that there are texts that overflow my frame. I go up to the menu at these icons here that show me how to link different frame of text. The one near this one, the one with the red arrows, make the alternative command, unchain the text. Okay, so we put this here. What you say is text. You go in your new frame, and here it is. Okay,
perfect. Thank you.
It's flowing, and in this case I didn't do a thing like this in the book because I don't like to. It's not a good thing in any e-document, electronic or digital document having column. It is not a good thing to do graphically. It's almost unreadable. So never do a thing like this. But you can do if you want to print, because you can. I just show you that you can have different. You can use 2 different columns. and directly you have two columns. You can have also some graphic design in it. You can decide to separate a little bit more your column and take the line, a line, and draw a line. My God. Non riesco a fare niente su, ok. And draw a line, a red line, between the two texts, just to have a graphical motif. You see that immediately when you have this tool in the proprietary palette, you have opened the line tool, and here you can decide a style for your line, and you can decide the style for the lines that you use in all your book. It's what I have already done. If maybe you don't have a red line, or a line of this, but you can choose to change it, the kind of line that you want to have. Let's see, think like this. And an arrow, you can make it as big as you want, and you can have okay, and then you can have your color, the color that you like to have. Okay. Ho sbagliato, sure, because okay. So I forget it. There is a tool here with a yellow arrow that is very useful. It goes back when you make a mistake. Okay, I decided to make it green. Okay, and you can have a different opacity, and so it can be transparent and so on, and can say okay, I have. Non me l'ha preso. Perché non me l'ha preso? Colori. Linea. Perché io ho il mio stile. Ok. Carino. Ecco, now it's okay. Okay, so never do a thing like this. It's terrible. The graphically, it's unacceptable, but you can do it. Okay, you can choose to have a graphic design to separate to text frames. Okay, now go back to decide something that you need to decide for your document, for your entire document. Guides can help. You see, when I made this exercise, I didn't have guides. I didn't have this. I didn't have anything. I have almost a white page. I have the guides that the document has, and I decided to have from the beginning. But maybe I want to let's throw away this one. Okay, and also this one. That is terrible. Okay. I want to determine, in this case, what kind of layout I principally want to realize when I make the introduction in my book, or the biography of the author, or I mean an article, no, editing an article. And in this case, what I'd like to do is divided my pages in two blocks, important blocks, one for the images and one for the text. To be sure that all this part of the text has this particular kind of grids, I have to realize the grids. So I can go 2 pages, mi pare. Okay. Manage the grids, and I can decide how many horizontal and vertical line I want to see in the pages. Okay, and I can apply my decision to all the pages that I have. Okay, this is important because in this case it's very easy for me to draw my frame, not having any problem to check about the dimension of each frame, because I know that if I align my frame to my grid, I will have the right position and the right dimension that I want for all my document. Another thing that is important, and from now on you work alone, is to use a thing that is called master page. Okay. Everything is written and divided in the slides that I am going to give you, so you see it step by step with all the situation. So when you are going to realize a document like a catalog or a book, and you have many and many pages, the best thing to do is to also not only to determine what kind of the styles that you are going to use for the main text, for the caption, for the cards, for the title, for everything that you have. That this is important, because when you have the style, what you need to do is only to paste, to copy and paste your text in your frame and give it the right the styles, and you'll have already your text in the style you want. But every page usually has something that is common to all the pages, and you don't need to start every page from the beginning, but you should want to have pages that are already defined as the pages of your book. And maybe you need, in particular in a catalog, you need this to have a different kind of model, and you say template of pages, depending of the kind of article or a portfolio or a situation. I mean, editing. That in this case, you need to deal with, meaning that I'd like to have a template for a chapter that contains text and maybe graphics and maybe little pictures, and I need to have a different template when I deal only with pictures and caption, okay, or cards, as you prefer. because it could be easy for me, just take the template, put on my screen the template already prepared, and have all the characteristics that I need in this particular case. Doing this means to make a master page, some master pages. So the first exercise that we can do is to realize the master page. The master page, there should be a lot of master pages that I can show you. Catalog. Okay. Okay, those are proofs from the cover. And here you can find some pages that I have already done in my for our catalog. The how to say frontispiece had a title page with a picture of the author, the half title page and the credit page with all the due information about the book, the table of content page, the presentation, the presentation of the series of the of which this particular ebook is part, the introduction, and so on, and then another kind of layout that is linked with it's the biography of the author with other kind of situation, two column text and so on. And then here you have a inner cover, and here you have the first page of the portfolio with the bigger picture and the card. All those decisions are yours. This is just a suggestion, but just to show you that each one, when I've made a thing like this, I have made some master pages. So you go to File. No, I'm sorry. You go to, will you say this, Modifica, Insert or something like this, and you go to Master Pages. Okay, and what you see is you don't work anymore in your document. You are doing a different thing. You are trying to determine the graphic that will be the same for all the pages that you going on in your document wants to be in this situation. It's a template, okay? Every time you want, you are dealing with the first chapter pages in this case, you can take this model, you can put this model in your document, and voila, you have this kind of graphic already done for you, okay? What you want to put in a master pages, something that you will need in every pages, so you don't have to do this every time. You can say, okay, I can copy and paste the one pages in another, and you have the same situation. Yes, it's true. You can copy, you can prepare a page and then copy the pages all the time you want. It's not a good thing to do when you have to realize a very complex document as a book. No, it's better to have everything well organized. So if you leave your document for a week on your desktop and take the document in another moment, you can find everything already done without now beginning from again from the first page you have already done. So it's important to have your template prepared, so you don't have to do anything else than go to these master pages. I did a lot of master pages because I work with it. You can decide to do this or not. In this case, it's a series of books, so I use these pages more and more time for different books, so I can I use this page for the series of book in every book, so I prepare it as a master page. And what I do when I make a new book is take on this page and put in the book without even read it, because it's always the same, and it's always done in the same way. But principally, what we need to make in a master page is a graphic motif that you want to put in it. Could be also a form, a polygon, a star, what you want. The header of the pages, I usually is the name of the author and the title of the book. So each pages have this information, gives the reader this information. This is the book written by or dedicated to this particular author, and this is the name of the book. And at the bottom, you have the bottom line. In this case, the name of the series of these books and the number of pages. Okay, so let's do this together. I mean, do it and show me what you can do. Okay, let's go to our, okay. You see, you can open these windows in your canvas. One is the disposition of the pages, and this can show you what kind of master pages you have. Usually you have normal, and you decided to make another one, and all the pages of your document. Let's go in to master pages here. Okay. When you go to master pages, I go to my master page, but you go directly to the normal one, this one. When you work in master page, you don't work in your document, you work in another place, okay? You decide some characteristic that you can give or not give to the pages of your document. So anything happen in your document, okay? You are in another situation, and you can decide what to do in your master page. In my case, I decided to draw a line, okay. And I gave the line some characteristic. We saw that the characteristic you can give all the line characteristic in the palette, but also you can use the right. Don't forget that you can use the right bottom of your mouse to open the menu that can give you some information about the thing that you are changing. So I've drawn this line. You can decide to do a different thing. And you have to draw, to open a frame for the text frame, and write down what you want you want to be written in this frame. I mean, every time you open your document, for each page that you want to be like this, okay? So you are not dealing with the document, the one page of the document. You are dealing with all the documents, okay? And I want to write here the name of the author and the title. Then I draw another text here, and I write down the name of the series of book, and this is the new thing to do, not a number of a page, but what I have to do is sorry. Non posso farlo da qui perché è la mia pagina. You go to insert. Okay. And you go to insert a number of pages, but I have already done this, so it's impossible for me to do it. You go to insert and you go to number of pages. What happened is that you see this hashtag here. This hashtag here is a sign, a command for Scribus to insert in this place the right number of the page you are working on. Okay? If you have followed me, you can try to do this and see if you have.
Can you show again where we found the possibility to put the number of the page?
Okay, let's make a new pages. Let's do it like this, because okay. Okay, let's make another pages together. Ok, chiamiamola così che va bene. Okay, here I've made another page. So I click here when you have the first tool that you have in this window here. This open, you give the new master page a new name. Maybe we can call it index. Cosa ho cominciato a fare? Perché non funziona? Okay. Okay, I have this one. This is a new master page. You see, you are not in the document, you are in a new master page, and I decided to doing something to these pages. I take my line instrument and I draw a line. I try to draw the line, okay, in my margin. I decided to make this line 1. and I give it a position. Maybe you can decide to change the position of the line. Just can do this directly from the palette, or give it a length, decided the length that you want the line. Then you go to line and you decide the kind of line you want, and if you want it bigger or smaller, it's up to you. Okay, and also you can decide the color, and I show you this. Okay, let's see. I don't like it black. Okay, let's set it right. Okay. Then you want a header, no? We call it testatina, my God. And in this case, you want to draw a frame of text. We need to have it centered, okay? So you don't need to have all this frame for what you have to written, but you need to center your text in relation to the margin you have. So the best thing to do is draw a frame text as long as the margin that you have, and started to write in it. Okay, we start to write it. What we write is then the name of the book. Okay, voila. Now I need to give a style of my my header. You can decide it's better that you follow the rule and give it a style that you can call header, and can use every time you want. But in this case, we can do it in very easily, make it changing it only for in this case. Why we can do this? Because this will become the master page for all our documents. So having decided the first time and using the same pages every time I work, I'm sure that the style will remain the same. So let's see, we can do this directly with the editor. We can change the style directly from here, or we can change the style using our palette. Okay. Okay, let's see what I want. Oh dear, è andato via. Là. What I want to do. Obviously, I can use the style, so I can put here the name of the style. But in this case, I want it maybe not so big as the body text, because it shouldn't be very intrusive in my page. It's just, when you see a book, the bottom margin and the top margin have some line of text, but they're very small. The characters are very small because they shouldn't be so intrusive. Okay, so I decided to leave it 12 point. Then I want it centered, okay, and that I want it, okay, maiuscoletta, I mean drop, small drop caps. I don't remember the name in English, okay? So given to my text those information, I say, okay, I check. What I've done. So, oh my God. Ho cancellato tutto, oh my God. Sbagliato. Torna indietro. No, Allora, sorry. Ah. Cosa è successo? Scusate, è andato, ho preso una... Ok. Succede, se sparisce il testo, if the text is not there, means that you have drawn a too small frame and you need to open the frame. Okay. Still life. Okay, let's see this. Okay, I've decided to do this and to make it this. Okay, I check this one and voila, the text will be centered and will be done in the style I decided to do this. Okay, now I can. Okay. Voila. Let's do the same thing for the number of page. Okay, so open your, draw your text frame. Okay, and here you can put the number, what I the name of the series of book. Or maybe the name of the editor, of the name of the institution for whom you work. Museum of, no, Louvre Museum. And then here you need to have your page number, okay? But you don't go there and say 1, because you don't know what kind of pages you are on. This is not your document. This is the master page. This is the page that you will use in every page of your document. So you need to put a command there that Scribus will recognize, and he automatically put in this place the right number of the page you are on. So you go to insert, perché non mi viene? Tabella cornice, no, page. Non è elemento, si inserisce. Okay, character, I forgot it, and number of page, Saza. Okay, so insert, character, because it's a character, is an hashtag, number of page, okay. What it will show here is an hashtag, okay. This is the command that gives Scribus the information that in this place it can be put the right number of the page. That okay, but I don't want this like this. I want this information written in the same style that you have realized for the top margin text. So I made the same I use my editor, but I can work only directly on the frame. See that when you open your editor, the hashtag is red. This is because the hashtag is not an hashtag, it's not a character, but is a meta character, is something that had in it a code. I use the same situation. 12 point like the upper text we have decided, black, and I use also the drop cap, and I use the center alignment. Voila, check. No, non è venuto. Why not? Let's go also here, see if it's possible to center Arial text, impostazioni, stili. No, better to do this here. Non ha preso questo comando. Perché non lo prende? Okay, voila, and now we have the same style for the top margin and for the bottom margin. Okay, are we in the same pages? In the same page? Okay, now we have this page here that we call index page. That is a master page. We can close it. We can go back to our document. Okay, we go in a blank page, and we just take an index page here and say that I want to transform the second page of my document in an index page. And this is what I need to have. Okay, every time I take an index page, and I mean a master page, and I put my master page in one of the blank page of my document, they will transform in the page I have decided with my top margin text and bottom margin text. See that your hashtag has been transformed in a number, the number of the page that I have. If I put my master page here, voila, even in these pages that I have already constructed, already built, I have already made this layout, changed, and take the information that I have in my master page. Okay? Does it work?
Yes, it's working for me.
It's working. Okay. I know that it could seem like a very complex thing to do, but when you know how to process a long document, a book, a catalog in this way, you have to do a lot of things before make the real layout. But when you start to make the layout, you have every piece now in front of you, as is like make a puzzle. You have all the pieces in front of you already prepared, and what you have to do is take the pieces and put them together. It's very easy. Almost it's easy in principally if you deal with not only one book, but many books that needs to have the same characteristics. And also you make this decision before what you have, that you can work in your book in different moments of your life, and you'll have the same characteristic already settled down. You don't have to begin again. You know how to start again and maintain the same styles and maintains the same layouts. Okay. Voila. So we now have created our guides. We have created our page, master page. I have told you that you can make only one page, one master page. This is one basic page, but if you want, you can realize different master pages, each one for the different parts of your catalog. Meaning that I go to my okay. You see, I made some different pages for my catalog. One that contained 2 columns. One is the index pages. One is the chapter pages. One is the presentation of the series of books. I know that this one is like a model that I have always present, always, and I can use it as long as I want, and it maintain its layout without any need from me to make the change in the styles and so on. I decided that these are the title and so on, and so I decided all the thing I need for these pages. Okay, let's go back to our documents. Okay. Okay, for the text, I show you how to insert it and how it flow, and also the text. Okay, a few words about the style of the text. In this case, we have used a sans serif text, in Italian un bastone. But usually when we want to realize a book, a long book, we need to decide different fonts for different situation that we have. Meaning that I can have here a text frame that is the caption of the picture that I have. Then I have that can have another text frame that could be a epigraph or something, a text frame that underline a particular quotation that is in the text. Every one of these text should be different in style respect the body text. But not only the style, meaning the alignment and the size of the characters, but also different styles in terms of font, no? you know, the real style of the singular character of your of the text. So what we need to do also is decide in what kind of text we want to write our body text, and what kind of text we'd like to have in our caption, and in our chart, and in our graphical text. And also, sorry, I forgot it. It's very important in our what is this? Voila. No, let me go. Okay. The style of the title of the cover and so on. Now, if you need to decide all the things. You see, this is a subtitle, and I decided to do it red in this style. I decided also for the title, for the name of the author. Every decision means a decision that you need to take and have it maintained from the beginning to the end of your project. I decided to make an index like this, so with these styles, and I decided for the something about the titles of each chapter of my book. Here it is. See, in this case, what I have done, the thing that we have already done together, I decided that the body text will be not in sans serif font, but a serif font. Usually we use serif font for the longer text. Okay, let's see if I can show you. Okay, body text. My body text, let's see, style. See, those are all the styles I have already decided for the book. The body text, okay, have this characteristic, okay. Is Times New Roman, is regular, is 16 point, is black, and in the character it's 7 millimeter inches in indentation. Has a space lining of 18 point, so 20% more than the dimension of the character, and so on. Then I have decided for the caption. Okay, the caption has is a sans serif. It's Arial. It's regular. Is 12 point, so the text is smaller than the body text. Is black, and the space in between the lines is 13 point. There is no indentation. Okay, so every the card has a different spacing and different character. The heading that we have already done before, the index, the subtitle. You see, every one of the text is already decided. So when I realize my book, I can decide what kind of text, what kind of style I use when I write down the title of the chapter, the subtitle, the body text, and the caption. Don't follow my lead. Yes?
Non so, have you thought to a break or not?
Oh, already. Okay.
No, it's not compulsory, but only to.
It's a good thing to do if you want, because I don't want you follow my leads, but I want that you try to do it as you want to do. I mean, you have your creativity, you have your styles, you have your ideas, and also you have in mind the project that could be different from mine. So try to do a thing like this. Try just to think about a layout that it could be different from this. This is just an example, and I stop here for 10 minutes. How long is the break?
15 minutes. So 15 to 4.
Okay, 15 to 4, and let's have a coffee. Okay. Thank you, everybody.